Hi, my name is Florence Milliken, and I'm one of the professional liaison consultants in the Health and Care Professions Council. In this video, I'll be giving you an overview of the changes in the HCPC's updated standards of proficiency on the theme of further centralising the service user. Firstly, a quick recap about the updated standards of proficiency. The HCPC standards of proficiency have been revised, and the updates come into effect on the 1st of September 2023. The standards of proficiency are the professional standards all HCPC registrants must meet. In the updated standards, some changes apply to all of the 15 professions we regulate, while others only apply to specific professions. The changes have been made to enhance the current standards and reflect the reality of practicing in today's healthcare landscape. The key changes can be grouped into 5 themes: equality, diversity and inclusion, further centralising the service user, registrants' mental health, digital skills and new technologies, and leadership. Across all the changes, the wording that they use has moved away from a passive understanding of the standards and towards an active implementation of them. So what has changed on the theme of centralising the service user? Well, since the HCPC's previous standards of proficiency were published, many aspects of service delivery has evolved. In the updated standards, registrant requirements have been expanded around consent, communication, confidentiality, ED&I, and quality assurance to bring them up to date. Standard 2 focuses on practicing within the legal and ethical boundaries of your profession. Standard 6 focuses on understanding the importance of and maintaining confidentiality. Standard 7 focuses on communicating effectively and is by far the standard which has seen the most significant updates in this area. Standard 8 focuses on working appropriately with others. And standards 11 and 13 focus on assuring the quality of your practice and drawing on important knowledge and skills. So what does this mean for registrants? HCPC registrants are now required to think broadly about the best interests of their service users and provide care that upholds their rights, dignity, values and autonomy in an appropriate and effective way. They're also required to identify instances in which service users' needs might require closer scrutiny. From the 1st of September onwards, all HCPC registrants will need to meet these standards as far as they relate to their scope of practice. Before then, we recommend that registrants dedicate some continuing professional development time to making sure that any gaps between the standards and their current practice are filled. And the gap analysis tool on the HCPC website is a good starting point for this. So some reflection questions for registrants are: what would service users say that you do well? How could you improve or support others to improve? How do you rate your own ability to communicate with people with communication support needs? How do you safeguard and uphold the service user's personal dignity, values and autonomy? How do you identify the most appropriate methods of communication for the service user, be it verbal or non-verbal? How do you modify your communication depending on the service user? How do you identify and facilitate the service user's preferred role in decision making? And do you provide information in accessible formats? We've looked at what has changed in our updated standards around centralising service users in their care. If you're a registrant, I would now invite you to look on our website for the details of the updated standards and the support available. And you can also download the gap analysis tool to develop your next steps.